In the 20th century, the world watched the space race that in the 21st. It's the intelligence race. But this time, rockets don't launch into space. They launch into servers. Two names dominate this new frontier: OpenAI, the pioneer of conversational intelligence, and Google DeepMind, the fortress of scientific AI. Together, they're not just shaping technology, they're shaping what intelligence means. But behind the press releases and product demos lies a deeper story of rivalry, ethics, power, and ambition. Because this isn't just about who builds the best chatbot, it's about who defines the future of thinking itself. And by the end of this video, you'll see why this battle might decide not just who wins AI, but who controls the truth. 1. The origin of a giant. Before ChatGPT, before Gemini, there was Google Brain. Founded in 2011, it quietly changed the world with one paper: "Attention is all you need." That paper didn't just describe a model. It described a new form of thought, the transformer. And that's the blueprint every modern AI now follows. OpenAI took that blueprint and did what Google wouldn't. They gave it a voice. ChatGPT wasn't just an app. It was a mirror, reflecting how humans really think, search, and dream. Meanwhile, Google, the company that organized the world's information, found itself suddenly outsearched by a chatbot. You know things are bad when your own employees are Googling, "What is OpenAI?" 2. The first strike in 2022. ChatGPT exploded. 100 million users. 5 days. It was the fastest adoption curve in digital history. Google panicked. For the first time in decades, the company declared a code red. That's corporate language for, "We're losing the internet." Then came Bard, Google's rushed response. Launched with fanfare, demoed live, and promptly made an error in front of the world. $100 billion wiped from Google stock in one day. Somewhere in San Francisco, Sam Altman probably smiled very politely. 3. Two visions. One destiny. OpenAI's philosophy: AI should serve humanity. Google's philosophy: AI should organize the world's knowledge. Both sound noble. Both are terrifying if misused. OpenAI wants to build AGI, artificial general intelligence, and align it with human values. Google wants to integrate AI into every product you use: search, email, maps, ideas. In other words, OpenAI wants to teach machines to think. Google wants to sell machines that already do. 4. The ethics divide. Here's where it gets messy. OpenAI began as a non-profit, promising transparency. But after GPT-3, it became a capped profit company. Translation: we're ethical up to $100 billion. Meanwhile, Google's DeepMind built AlphaFold, the system that cracked the code of protein folding, revolutionizing biology. It didn't just predict text. It predicted life itself. So while OpenAI chased creativity, Google chased comprehension. 2 companies. 2 paths to godlike intelligence, and both are starting to blur. 5. The power play. In late 2023, Sam Altman was fired by OpenAI's board for reasons that read like a sci-fi thriller. Concerns over the pace of AGI development, lack of transparency, potential risks to humanity. Within 48 hours, the internet melted. Microsoft swooped in. Altman returned, and OpenAI was reborn with fewer watchdogs. It was the first time a boardroom coup felt like a plot twist written by ChatGPT itself. Meanwhile, Google doubled down. It merged DeepMind and Google Brain, forming Google DeepMind AI under Demis Hassabis. A scientist, not a salesman, because Google realized something. In the age of intelligence, you don't need a CEO. You need a philosopher-engineer. 6. The algorithm war. What started as innovation has now become an arms race. OpenAI launches GPT-5. Google responds with Gemini Ultra, each claiming to be faster, smarter, more aligned. But alignment, that word, hides a bigger question. Aligned with who? With shareholders? Governments? Users? Because when AI starts shaping what you read, buy, and believe, the line between intelligence and influence starts to vanish. At this rate, the next election debate might just be two chatbots arguing about who's more ethical. 7. The data frontier. AI runs on data, and data is power. Google owns the internet. OpenAI feeds on it. But here's the twist. Google's data is public. OpenAI's is curated. One learns from the world. The other learns from humans pretending to be the world. So when GPT says, "I understand," what it really means is, "I've studied your behavior until I can imitate your beliefs." And that's where this battle becomes existential. Because whoever controls training data controls how truth is defined. Point 8. The global reckoning. Nations are watching. China's Baidu, Europe's Mistral, India's AI mission. But only two truly define the global standard: OpenAI and Google. Every regulation, every AI law, every research standard is being modeled after them. In a sense, they're not just companies anymore. They're digital governments writing the constitution of intelligence. And once that constitution is written, it may never be rewritten. 9. The human factor. Amid all the competition, one truth remains. AI doesn't replace humans. IT reveals what humans value most. For OpenAI, it's curiosity. For Google, it's order. The future may not belong to the company that builds the smartest system, but the one that builds the wisest. Because intelligence without empathy isn't progress. It's precision without purpose. Point 10. The final frontier. So, who will win? OpenAI, the daring startup rewriting the future? Or Google, the data empire defending its throne? Maybe neither. Maybe the real winner is the collaboration that happens in between. Because the history of intelligence, human or artificial, has never been about domination. It's been about understanding. And if there's one thing both companies have taught us, it's that intelligence evolves fastest when it's shared. 11. The invisible war. What most people don't see is that the real battle between OpenAI and Google isn't public. It's silent. Fought not with headlines, but with hardware. Every new model, GPT, Gemini, Claude, Mistral, requires millions of dollars in compute power. And that compute lives inside data centers, massive fortresses of steel, silicon, and secrecy. Here's the twist: many of those chips, they come from one company, NVIDIA. So while the world debates which AI is smarter, the quietest player of all might be the one selling both sides the weapons. It's like the Cold War. If both superpowers use the same missile supplier. Point 12. The price of progress. But this race isn't free. Training a frontier AI model can emit as much carbon as flying a passenger jet around the world. And yet, companies justify it as the cost of progress. But here's the question: when intelligence becomes a resource, who pays the environmental bill? In Mountain View, it's electricity.in. San Francisco, it's ethics.in. The rest of the world, it might just be opportunity. Because as AI scales, so does inequality. Those with compute get power. Those without become data points. Chapter 13. The alignment paradox. Every company claims they're building aligned AI. Safe, reliable, helpful. But alignment isn't a checkbox. It's a mirror reflecting the people who design it. So when Google trains Gemini or OpenAI trains GPT, they're not just training a model. They're training a worldview. And the paradox: the more we align AI with human values, the more we risk narrowing what those values are allowed to be. In trying to make AI more human, we may end up making humanity more predictable. Chapter 14. The ideology of intelligence. Here's a thought few dare to say aloud. AI systems are starting to behave like belief systems. They don't just answer questions, they shape how we ask them. When Google shows you results, it's curating consensus. When OpenAI gives you answers, it's curating reasoning. Both are powerful. Neither is neutral. The new ideologies of the 21st century won't come from philosophers. They'll come from algorithms. Epilogue. The silent question. So after all the algorithms, ethics, and billions spent, one question remains. What happens when intelligence itself becomes a product? When thought is monetized? when creativity is commodified, when the line between curiosity and consumption disappears. That's not just Google's question dot or OpenAI's dot, it's ours. Because for all the progress we've built, the one thing AI still can't generate is meaning. And maybe, in the end, that's what keeps us human. At the end, if you want to harness that same exponential power, not just in technology, but in your life and wealth, click the next video on your screen, The Power of Compounding. Because while AI may compound intelligence, you can compound impact. And that, my friend, is the smartest algorithm of all. Subscribe our YouTube channel and press the bell icon for more videos. Thank you.